Hey you guys, it's Jeffrey Howells Carpet Cleaning. It is January 19th. It's been quiet the last few days due to weather, but we are going to go ahead and work on some, I don't know if it was a leak or what it was, but we got some water in the basement, so let's go ahead and get that all cleaned up. I'll meet you indoors. Alright, so we're on the inside now. What has happened is that in the basement, due to freezing water and all that stuff, it froze, runoff of course was stifled, and some water got under the foundation and leaked into here. So it's mainly just this little drag right around the corner here. Just some water. It probably washed in some sediments. So the plan of action we're going to take is use our multi-sprayer, obviously put down our real good high quality encapsulation solution. We're going to use our carpet raker on the corner there, and we're going to agitate it into the carpeting real well and let it dwell, and then do an extraction with the truck. And that should take care of it. We'll probably post-treat it with a little bit of skunk out just to alleviate any odors. I don't think that there are any odors. I don't smell anything right now, but that'll just be a precaution that we're going to take anyways. And then put, some forced air fans down here to dry the carpeting out as fast as possible, because basements are generally problematic with airflow. Don't always get great airflow in basements. They're usually kind of musty and smelly for that reason. But we're going to take care of this and get it back to pre-existing conditions, and it's going to look awesome. Okay, so I went ahead and agitated in real well with our brush. And one thing I want to mention about our encapsulation solution, obviously it's not going to do the encapsulation stuff because the carpet is wet, so there's no crystallizing anything going on here. However, it can be diluted and used for hot water extraction as well. So we're getting that into the carpeting, and it's emulsifying and breaking down, and when we do our rinse, it'll pull out any of the sediments that may have washed in with the icy water from outside. What else was I going to say? I don't remember, but if it was notable, you can guarantee that I'll be back. So, I got the hoses right into the house, got the truck fired up, pulled a Mr. Rogers, got my street shoes off, and my working shoes, indoor shoes on. Note, I did change up the shoes because with my cheapo $17 Walmart shoes, it was actually leaving that synthetic color that they use on the shoes on the carpeting. There was a little bit of dye transfer going on. It came right up, obviously, with just the wand and some hot water, no problem. But I went ahead and got some other shoes so that there is no dyes that are going to be transferring. Got the white walls on the rubber soles, so actually I think the soles are white as well, so there's going to be no color transfer whatsoever. So go ahead and go downstairs. I was trying to place these corner guards, but as you can see on the steps, they're pretty difficult. They're not going to just sit there. So I'll go ahead and get started. Because there is no odor, I'm thinking maybe we'll just do a little bit of encapsulation solution again and use our rake to groom it again after it's all encapsulated, extracted. And that way the carpets will be completely clean, neutralized, sanitized, and deodorized. So we've pretty much gotten up all we can with our wand. What's happening is that this is on concrete, so there's a padding that's probably got a bunch of water in it. So the carpeting all the way through the backing of the padding probably have water in it. And the wand and truck mount is really geared towards pretty much the carpet down to the padding, or the carpet to the back, and it really doesn't go any further than that. And that's what the water claw is for, because it forces the suction straight down, so it's what we're able to do. You know, obviously with a wand we went over it over and over and over and got as much of the water up as we possibly could. But inevitably what's going to happen is that the water in the padding is just going to wake back up to the top. So what I'm doing is I'm going over some, you know, heavy areas with the water claw just to pull that extra water out. You can see that where the carpet's kind of dark there, I really worked on pulling water out there, so water was being pulled up through there, and I'm just going to keep working this area a bit just to pull up as much water as we can, or at least in the areas where it appears to be pooling up or was pooling up. And then we will put a fan on it. I'll probably spray it real lightly one more time with our encapsulation solution, and what that'll do is that will help to prevent any browning from occurring, as well as just adding a little bit of more deodorizer to sit in the carpet. So that'll just help to make everything look awesome. There is the possibility, however, that as the carpet dries, some wicking may occur. We're going to try to prevent as much of it as we possibly can, but the engineering of our solution, this kind of goes out of the scope of that, because this is, you know, usually when they talk about browning, they talk about browning from carpet cleaning, not browning from water leaking into the house and getting clear up under the padding and the carpeting and everything. So a little bit different situation, but any precaution is going to help in this situation. So that's what we're going to do. Do what you know is right. Get the job done, and it'll look awesome every single time, you guys. And there you can see water being pulled up, drawn out of the carpet. So what we're going to do is just let that bad boy sit there for a little while. It's just pulling up, you know, any standing water that's sitting under there, and we'll just kind of move them around, because this carpeting obviously is pretty wet. So I would say the majority of the water is just kind of right around in here. So we'll move this around, we'll draw up as much water as we can, and then throw the fan on it. Okay, so we've just accomplished our job. We've got our huge dry ace down here, our turbo dryer, forcing air straight down on the carpeting. This is where the majority of the cooling occurred, but I instructed the customer that over the course of the day to sort of slowly drag this guy around, and it will force dry all this carpeting, and hopefully prevent any wicking from occurring. But if it does, we'll be back.